Macgale. Okay. Macgale is a fashion brand that started in late 2012, so it's about almost 2 years now. And it's basically derived from my surname, which is Macgale. There's always an emphasis on the African silhouette. So about 80% of the things I make are basically well fitted, well tailored, minimal top stitching. Always do my best to include an African element, whether it's through prints or through specific designs. But basically, if you wanna be able to recognize my clothing, it's through the fit and the African reference in them. I basically draw inspiration from everything around me, from the weather, from recent experiences, from myself, from you, from anything basically I can get inspiration from. For example, my latest range was inspired by the fact that I am an avid cyclist now. So it was, as a cyclist, it's been difficult getting cycling gear that was comfortable enough but also unique for my personality. So that encouraged me to design something that was appropriate for an active person but also really fashion forward. So yeah, inspiration comes from anything basically. I reckon the challenge is actually finding your design style before anything else. But once you find your signature design style, it becomes easier basically reading trends and interpreting them in your own way. So the challenge for me wasn't even about looking at every trend and incorporating my work into it, but the challenge was actually finding my design style. Now that I found that, keeping up to trends is not even an issue. So I basically use what I like at that moment and do my best to incorporate whatever trend there is, which is really never a mission for me. So I had to play around. Okay, is it fashionable? Can you see the Africanness in it? And is it comfortable enough for someone who would like to jog in it, would like to cycle in it? So it was a successful combination of all three. You can see that it's African by the print, the elephants, the horses. You can see that it's well fitting. You can see that it's comfortable because it's breathable fabric. It's wind resistant as well. So it's really cool though, man. Basically, having goals that scare you should drive you. So I have goals that are basically impossible according to most individuals. So whenever I feel I need motivation, I basically think about my end goals, and that basically drives me. That is enough to drive me for a long time. That's enough for me to motivate me for a long time. So basically, my dreams and ambitions are able to drive me most of the time. Can't really point it to one event, so it's quite a few. I think I'll name my top 4. Number 1 was being acknowledged and getting mentorship from one of the biggest designers, which I've always looked up to in the industry. Number 2 was getting a call from GQ South Africa, GQ Style, them wanting to feature me. Number 3 was getting to collaborate with one of the coolest local talents in the streetwear vicinity. And my 4th one was basically being able to grow on my own. I've been getting assistance, but basically by growing I mean my skills improving and basically getting to where I am through my hard work. I think that's basically my top 4, what I'm mostly proud of. Well, most people in the fashion industry face the challenges of basically a limited amount of fabric available to them because of the fact that we do not have a very strong textile industry. So we're very reliant on imported fabrics, which eventually run out. So it's always a challenge getting a fabric that you like, but being able to go back and use it as much as you want, so slowly but surely rebuilding the textile industry, getting into fabric design and production. So that for me right now is the biggest challenge I'm facing, but we're slowly working towards that, man. We're slowly working towards that, like availability of fabrics. You never know what to expect. You can never know what to expect. I'll be co-styling a really huge music collective, which I can't mention, for a magazine I can't mention, and there will be a competition that I'll be running. I'll be running the South African leg of the International Africa Fashion Alive competition, which is aimed at grooming and mentoring and basically giving opportunities to young upcoming designers. So I'll be handling the South African leg of that competition. So that's what I can share for the first 3 months of next year. Recently showcased at Soweto Fashion Week. Had so much fun there. So I would say the most fun I've had, like the shows I've enjoyed showing at the most. Not that I didn't enjoy showing at the other ones, but I really had fun doing Soweto Fashion Week and Back to the City last year. I like how Back to the City has a huge following. So it was really fun getting to see how normal members, not necessarily fashionistas, but normal members of the public, it was nice seeing how they basically accepted my work. So it was really positive reviews from that. With Soweto Fashion Week, it's nice, it's really fun, and always good knowing how many avenues that platform gives to everyone that's going to be there. So I really have a lot of fun showing at places that allow you to be creative but also give you a different kind of audience. So those two so far are the places where I had the most fun. It's to always know why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. Always know why you're doing it, because you'll be facing a whole lot of challenges which could sometimes basically make you want to quit. But if you know why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, that enough should keep you going. But also always be willing to learn, because like life is a school, life is a lesson on its own. So always be willing to learn. You can never learn enough in life, so always be willing to learn. Everyone that's basically been around, too many to mention. Some people I do not even know. So I believe it would be really unfair to actually mention people's names, but everyone that's been behind me, being there each and every step of the way, people that have been supporting, getting the word out about Macgale, about me, everyone that's basically trusted me to style them and their work, everyone that's wanted to include me in their project. Ida,